Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the I.S.U.P.K like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the I.S.U.P.K. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
If she has your DNA and it's in you, she's going to want to connect. And once she sees how magnificent and how powerful, and even this form that you did, this profound display of love, you know, in having this platform, I think it's going to blow her mind because, what you're doing here is not just selfish. You're using this situation to help other people find their way. And so even in that, where, it's benefiting her, she'll be able to see this. This is part of her legacy. You're part of her legacy. But other people will be able to share in this and say, thank you, brother, because this podcast, this show saved my life.
Take a ride. Shorty, I wanna ride. Shorty, I wanna ride. I wanna ride. Yeah, take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the spaceship. Shorty, I wanna ride. Shorty, I wanna ride. I wanna ride, yeah. Watch me ride in the spaceship, yeah. Watch me slide as a glide, as a ride in the spaceship.
You keep the ledger, nothing ever fresher. Find me dipping old school, candid paint is pressure. I do it to the letter, little baby sweet as nectar. With a flavor that's tailor-made from the ancestors. And baby, it's whatever, I'm moving in the stellar. I thank the Lord cause real niggas, we gon' live forever. I'm on a different level, I mean a different level. It's something special how we slide in the holy vessel. And yeah, it's presidential, no this is not a rental. We came a long way from broken oats and porcelain. No need for incidentals, the Lord provided simple. So I was told to buy a sword, so I keep a pistol. And you can get your issue. This ain't no tough talk, I make it clear, baby. I walk it how I talk. And yeah, Kwame been the boss as I'm dipped in the sauce while I ride in the spaceship.
Shorty, I wanna ride. Shorty, I wanna ride.
I wanna ride, yeah. Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide, there's a ride on the spaceship.
Shorty, I wanna ride. Shorty, I wanna ride.
I wanna ride, yeah. Watch me ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide as a glide, as a ride in the space.
When no dance, so you know it's me. Knocking pictures off the wall when I swing down on any street. Fifth wheel showing naked ass, chrome gal parked on that wet paint. Boy, that's a super freak. free. It's the Tay, I know Poppy can't clock me. Hate the blockers on design, the label say Versace. Rolls out of conference, Daniel sons to Miyagi. I be on my player shit, one West, they be hating, yeah. Trying to throw salt in the game, but ain't no sweating it. I be on my grind, if it's mine, yeah, I'm taking it. Vibe so authentic when she with you, yeah, she faking it. I'ma bump her down and move around and make space for it. So boomerang as I slide in, do my thing. Water tie, set a table, I'm speaking booty time. Sidestepping out scallywags, cause that cootie time. Tricks is for kids, and my name ain't David Blaine. I'm a moonwalk like Michael, stop playing shorty, cause these other niggas just your main. Ow.
I wanna rock, yeah. Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide as I ride on the spaceship.
Shorty, I wanna ride. Shorty, I wanna ride.
I wanna rock, yeah. Watch me ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide as I glide as I ride in the spaceship.
If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Yo, let them make this beat, boy.
Yeah, you already know what time it is, you understand? U.P.K, One West of the Command Junior YAHANNA, all my brothers, we rolling through, you understand? Cause these niggas weak, these niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with them shields on post, watching, they all my brothers.
Gold is precious, but loyalty is priceless. Harm on the mind might leave you lifeless. Wrong with this shit, I'ma need a diapers. Endure through any crisis, cause all my niggas righteous, all politics with vipers. Cowards fold, real niggas hold rank, stand for what they believe in, won't compromise a day. Never harmonize with traitors, do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' catch the vapors. My niggas strong, no chase. Them other niggas sweet like annihilators. Tank full of brown sugar like annihilate. Every time I move, a righteous demonstration. All I deny is Satan. My brother's glorious, true warriors. The labor swore down the damn sentence. Can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled. No loitering around my brothers.
Yeah, you already know what it is. 144 back again, U.P.K style, putting it down for my brothers. And I roll with straight soldiers.
That's
you
right.
See them niggas with them shields
That's
and
right.
the fatigues and them boots. They my brothers. We gon' rule it on the king on the stand. We gon' rule this bitch at all costs. Nigga, we gon' take this from them rappers.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
we gon'
right.
eat and drink. Me and all
my brother like the ladder house. You can't blend with my men, nigga. I can tell you fake from your treacherous mouth. Claiming God is all love, we don't believe that. Give a damn about your 2 cents. Fuck your feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve it. No excuses for my niggas. They striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever form, dead, never open. U.P.K, be click tight like Sweet Pea and Joe. Endure to the end, it's what a wise man told me. Liquor from the top shelf, but I spill it with the load. 144, nigga, everybody know. All I ever wanted was revenge, fuck a road. Say you down for the cause, gotta show me. Stand tall and do not blush. Remain calm when the danger pop up. Flow deep like David Jones locker. More bars than Central Locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my brothers.
Job Corps is a program where they'll give you free residency. They'll give you 3 meals per day. You also get a place where you could find a trade and further your education.
One West. Hey, Shalom, Lil Cray.
Q, what's up, dog?
Man, you know shit, I'm in Travis, what was that?
Shit, Lord of Christ Cap, man, I just hit the LAX, I'm in Terminal 1, 1G.
1G Southwest?
Yeah.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and no, boy, your ass need to stop and ask you. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. You gotta stand up and serve my God.
There we go. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Hey, man, it's Monday, man. It's Fun Day Monday, man. You are live and direct, man, with Priest and Officer Gakawan of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man. Tonight is our biblical history class. Right. We about to get biblical with the history. We about to get historical with the Bible. The Bible is a historical record. It's our historical record. When I say our, I mean you, black man. I mean you, black woman, and the black child, man. I mean you, Hispanic man, brown man, you, Hispanic woman, and the Hispanic child, man. I mean the family, man, La Familia, man. That's us, man. So we about to get historical with it. It's not only the Hispanic man, it's also the Native Indigenous American man, the Native Indigenous Indian man of the Americas, man. These are your historical records, man. And you live and direct, man. We about to get into these historical records. Once again, we the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And since 1969, we have been bringing out the truth of these records. We've been bringing out who the true people of these records are, man. And it's you, black man, you, Hispanic man, and the Native Indigenous American man. It's all of us together, man. The point of us bringing these scriptures out and bringing out these records, bringing out the truth, is so we can learn our identity. By us learning our identity, we learn how we can build our nation back together. Because right now, our nation is dismantled. We are what the scriptures speak about, man, the prophecy that the scriptures speak about. And we are scattered across the four corners of the earth because we don't know who we are. We don't know who our ancestors are. We can't trace our family lineages back past a few generations, man. And that's the reason why we're dismantled. That's the reason why the remnant is scattered across the four corners of the earth, man, because we don't know who we are, man. So we've been bringing out that truth of the identity of the true children of Israel, according to the Bible, man. We're bringing out the identity. We've also been bringing out the identity of every other nation of the Bible, man. And that is the reason why most groups and most people say that, oh, they a hate group. Them Negroes are, they are a black supremacy group. These Negroes hate everybody. They calling the white man the goddamn devil. They calling the Arab man the goddamn devil. They calling the China man the devil. They calling the African man the devil. And that's the smoke bomb they throw at you when they say that they are a black supremacy group. That's a smoke bomb. That's the smoke and mirrors they throw at you when they say that they a hate group. And they all about black supremacy. How can we be a black supremacy group when we count or we account for the rest of the tribes? We say that we are the brown man's brother. We say that we the Hispanic man is our brother. How can we be a black supremacy group? How can we be a black supremacy group when we say that the Native Indigenous American Indian is our brother? Right. Make it make sense. How are we a black supremacy group, man? How do we hate everybody, man? We don't hate everybody. We don't hate the brown man. We don't hate the indigenous American man. We don't hate them. Salakia.
Young man Roland asked this part too.
Hey, Most High in Christ, yo, the water for checking in, young man Roland. Hey, the water for popping through, man. The water for comment. This is the part 2 of You Reap What You Sow. And we're gonna tap into all of this because this can also be tied into biblical history. This is it's also tied into the law. Every class goes hand in hand. Every class builds off the other, man. So the water for checking in, the water for tapping in. And yeah, we're gonna get into you reaping what you sow, man. And what you put into this earth, you better bet your bottom dollar that there will be a return on what you put into this earth. Every deposit, man. every investment, yeah, Con, I don't want to Con. Every investment you make, you could take that to the bank that there will be a return, a ROI. Where my investors at, man? They know the acronyms, man, and you know the terms, man. There will be an ROI on every action that you put into this ground, that we call the earth, and that you put into this atmosphere, man. The Most High will give you a return on that, man. But yeah, let's go on the check-ins, man. The water for everybody tapping in, man. The water for tapping in on Monday. Most High in Christ, man. Shalom on the Christ. I don't want the water for tapping in tonight, man. The water for you being a good brother, man, and just great leadership, man, within this school, man. So the water for you for tapping in. I don't want. We got sis in the building. Most High in Christ, yo. The water for always tapping in, sis, man. Yahweh Shema Atham Bashim Yahweh Shah to you, sis. Brother Charles always tapping in, man. The water to you, brother, for always staying consistent and staying diligent, man, and always being in class, man. So how Bashim Yashar Barakatah, my brother. Oh, we got the vengeance in the building, man, as always, man. I don't want in the back. He said he ain't here more than the furniture, man. So yo, the water for you tapping in too as well, my brother. What's on Christ, man? Hey, man, young man Chris, my brother, man. My brother. The water for coming through, the water for checking in, and the water for joining us for the class, man. So what we gonna do is, man, we're gonna get busy. We're gonna get into the rest of my notes, man. Like I had a bunch of notes last time. Only got through half of them, and I wanted to really scrape the meat off the bones on this subject. I only really jumped on the beginning. I'm gonna do a recap of what I did last weekend, but it was a lot more to us reaping what we sow, man. The seeds that you sow into this earth, the seeds that you sow into yourself when you're looking in that mirror in the morning, the seeds that you sow into your family, the seeds that you sow into your kids, man, the seeds you sow into your friends, your sisters, your brothers, your partners. The seeds you are sowing into this earth, the seeds you sowing at work, there will be a return on them, whether they be good or whether they be bad. The seeds you sow with the words that you speak are powerful, man. And we're gonna jump into some of those precepts as well, man. Everything that we do is a seed, is a figurative seed. Everything you say is a figurative seed. When we speaking to people, we must be mindful of how we speak to our brothers, how we speak to our sisters, how you speak to your kids, how you speak to yourself in the mirror. All of that plays a big part in how you grow, how your kids grow, how your relationships grow, how your peoples grow, man. It all plays a big part in that, man. And this is something I feel like this is very important that we need to realize and recognize and be able to tap into, man, because once we are able to tap into this can be a tool that we can use to pull ourselves up out of the dirt that we in. This is the pull you up out the mud. You hear brothers say, get it up out the mud. You want to get yourself up out the mud spiritually. You want to get yourself up out the mud psychologically. Hey, there go a brother at the door. You want to get yourself up out the mud in your relationships, because I mean, I know everybody's dealing with something. Everybody got something going on. And we might not necessarily always be happy with the circumstances that we in or the way things are going. We might be looking at certain situations that we going through and we aren't satisfied with it. We ain't pleased with it. But all of these are sure indicators, and all of these are the results of the seeds we planted in the past. Like you plant a seed now, you can expect that seed to harvest, or you can expect that seed to maturate. You can expect that seed to manifest. What they be saying, manifestation, manifesting. You want that seed to manifest, it doesn't manifest immediately. The seeds you plant don't manifest right now. They don't manifest tomorrow. They don't harvest today or tomorrow. I got you in a minute, okay? I got you, son. I'm gonna get you in a minute. I got you. Ask Rob when he comes back up. He'll be able to open that for you. But everything we're going through right now is a result of what we have done in the last quarter, what we've done in the past, man. And if we can just learn how to get the reins on it, if you would, or if we can learn how to gain control of the actions and the words that we speak and the things that we do, the habits that we're making right now, then we can control the future. I know y'all be hearing all the Adonwanium and all the classes talking about our nation and how we are supposed to be in rulership, how we supposed to be ruling the earth, how we are supposed to be the leaders and not the followers, the lenders and not the borrowers. Well, yes, the scriptures do say that. They surely do say that if you follow the commandments, but also if you're following the commandments, the statutes and the laws, there are other principles, which are laws. There are other things that you have to do on top of following the law, statutes, and commandments. Those are the basics. Those are the least that you should be doing. That's the least you could do, is follow the Most High's laws. But the Most High also gave us directions. He also gave us game on what it takes to really rule. The game that it takes to rule, these other nations are running that game, and they're running that game on us. We thinking that it's just the bare minimum. We thinking that it's just the foundation of what we're supposed to be doing, but it's really a lot deeper than that. It's really the principles that we can learn in the scriptures, man. And they right here, man. We just got to learn what we reading and understand what we reading. There's different verbiage that we seeing in here that's teaching us. You reap what you sow. You receive what you do. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Long story short, man, there are other answers to our problems in these scriptures, and it goes deeper than the status quo. So we're gonna get into all of that, man. So Shalaki, I digress. I'm gonna get on the recap on what I went over last Wednesday, which was the biblical law class, man. So you reap what you sow, man. Reaping what you sowing is basically another word for cause and effect, man. Everything that we do, there, like I said, there will be a return on every seed that you plant, which is every action that you make. Everything that you do, there will be an equal and opposite reaction of it, man. You hear people talking about karma. That's the new thing, karma. You know, the law of attraction. People in the world are literally using the principles that are in these scriptures, but remixing it, putting a different name on it, and they're using it and they're doing it. And a lot of people in the world, you see that they're prospering. But don't get it confused, though. Everything that's prospering, everything that looks like is glittering ain't always gold. Everybody that looks like they're prospering ain't necessarily prospering out here. They're not prospering spiritually. They're not doing it in a righteous way. So a lot of people are taking the principles that are in these scriptures, but they're not doing it righteously. They're not actually following what's in the scriptures, man. So I digress on that, man. So reaping what you sowing is cause and effect, call and answer. Everything that we do, there's something behind it, man, that's coming with it. Like every action that you make outside, there's something that you can rest assured, man, look forward to. It's something will be coming back in return on that, man. So you sow righteousness, you're going to reap righteousness. You sow wickedness and evil, you will reap corruption, or you'll reap that wickedness. Corruption is that falsity. Corruption is tainted. That's a contamination. Corruption is a contamination of something pure. You sow wickedness, you'll reap impurity. Your soul will be impure. Your life will be impure. That's what you're gonna reap, that corruption. That's what this just tell us, man. You sow love, man, you're gonna cultivate love. So you sow love into your kids, you sow love into your rib, you sow love into your husband, you sow love out here to the homeless man on the streets. You will reap that over time. That seed will begin to grow. Once you plant that seed, man, into your people, you plant that seed into your conversations, you plant that seed into your relationships, man, you'll reap that, man. So everything that we do, man, there's something that you will harvest off of those seeds that we plant, man. You sow hatred, you're gonna cultivate strife, you're gonna cultivate friction, you're gonna cultivate static, you're gonna cultivate unsurety when you sow that hatred, man. It ain't always about hate. The Most High does it, but you got to be balanced with everything, man. Everything in moderation is what my grandfather used to say, man. But that's just everything in balance, man. It's like a seed that you plant. If you don't balance out how you plant the seed when you plant it in seed time, like we know from the last class, like in Genesis, it says we have a seed time and a harvest time. If you plant that seed in the wrong time, which is an imbalance, or if you overwater that seed, that's not in moderation, that's an imbalance, man. If you feed a seed, or if you feed a plant too much fertilizer, which is good for it, you cause an imbalance in turn from that imbalance, what you plant and what you're reaping from that imbalance. And with that lack of moderation, you're going to reap death. You're going to reap that corruption. You're going to reap you're going to reap what you didn't mean to reap, man. So that comes with the sowing hatred and you cultivating strife, man. You sow laziness, you're gonna reap lack. We're gonna get into those scriptures too, man. So that's just a little bit of a few of the things that I kind of went into on the first class, man. So people in the world, they call it karma, they call it reaping what you they don't call it reaping what you sow, they call it karma, they call it what goes around comes around. All of these are different terms, and all of these are different sayings for the principles that we can find in the Bible, and we find it over and over and over again, man. So that's just a part of that, man. The law of seed time and harvest time. Like I said, man, there's a time to sow seeds, and there is a time to reap the harvest of those seeds, man. We can find that in the book of Genesis chapter 8 and verse 22. Y'all can write that down. Y'all see that the Most High, when he put everything into place, he put everything into place in the order. Like, you can't just go out there and doing what you want to do whenever you want to do it and expecting the outcome that you want. It's not what you want. You don't do what you want. You do things in the timeline and in the order of the Most High. So it's seed time and harvest time. So you got to know when it's that time to plant them seeds, and you got to know when it's that time to receive the harvest and what to do when you're cultivating the harvest of the seeds that you planted, man, because each time is just as important. So we see that in Genesis 8 and 2. We'll go down. I already said your words are seeds, your actions are seeds, your habits are seeds. Also, I went into God's law of sowing and reaping. There is a law, if you would. Like I said, there's an order. I read Galatians, man. I got it pulled up already, man. We can find this in the New Testament. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, and verse 7. I'm gonna read it down to verse 8. Kind of trying to pass through this real quick, man, so I can get into the good stuff, man. So Galatians 6, verse 7 and 8 reads, "Be not deceived, be not fooled, be not tricked." Don't believe the smoke and mirrors, man. Don't believe the smoke. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Everything that you do, even if you do it intentionally or unintentionally, you will reap something from it. You may not reap what you intended to reap from it, because you might have sowed a seed unintentionally, or you might have sowed a seed that you didn't even know what you were sowing, and you reaped a harvest you wasn't ready for. You reaped a harvest you wasn't expecting because you didn't sow the proper seeds, man. And that's the law, man. That's the principles of what we can learn in the scriptures, man. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Hey, Most High in Christ, man. The water I don't want for checking in, man. How about Shem Shabbat, sir, man? The water to the mighty priest, officer 5K, Nakashwan in the building, man. The water, sir, for tapping in, sir. Most High in Christ. ATO Gun Club in the building, man. The Water Surfer tapping in, man. We got the swordsman, man. How you call the temple, tapping in. The Water, all the Adawanium, for checking in tonight, man. So, what I was saying was, that was verse 7. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap, if it was intended or not. Verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh, of the flesh shall reap corruption. You sow to the flesh, man. Of the flesh, you will reap corruption. A lot of them seeds that we sowing are unintentional seeds, man. We sow seeds when we get angry, and we say something out of anger that it really wasn't what we intended to say, but we said it because we was angry. And when we said it when we was angry, you can't take that back. It's like the words that you say, you cannot take back. And those words that you say are seeds, and they fall on fallow ground. They fall on ground that is ready to plant that seed and grow it up and to reap the harvest of it, man. So when we speak that hatred, like I said in the beginning, you will reap corruption. You will reap strife. You can be angry and say something on accident and didn't mean it. When you get in them arguments, you talking to your rib and you say something wild out of your mouth that you wasn't cognizant, you wasn't conscious of what you said. You're gonna reap the harvest from that seed that you planted in your rib from saying something out of anger. Message to y'all sisters. You know, I had to get it to the brothers first, but I know sisters can be very emotional, and that's a beautiful thing, man. There is beauty in the emotion of our sisters. It's a beautiful thing, man. The Most High made y'all emotional for a reason. He knew what he was doing when he did what he did. He knew what he was doing when he created what he created. He knew what he was doing when he made everything in order. And by him making our ribs emotional, he knew what he was doing. But when our ribs get emotional and say certain things, when our ribs get emotional and do certain things out of those emotions, just know those are seeds you are planting. When you get mad at your husband and you say something wild off the lips that you didn't necessarily mean and you spoke it out of emotion, every brother ain't a prophet or a priest just yet. Every brother ain't in the UPK. So every brother hasn't been taught and learned and trained to understand that our sisters are emotional. Every brother doesn't understand that what our sisters say, they didn't mean. A lot of these brothers are internalizing that. And when I say internalizing is them taking that seed and them cultivating it and it becoming a harvest. And what you saying to these brothers, man, you will reap the aftermath of what you said when you was emotional and you didn't necessarily mean it. You just said it because you was pissed off and your emotions told you to say this. And what you did was you planted a seed in that man, and you bet your bottom dollar every word that you speaking to your man, every word that you speaking to your kids when you got pissed off, or you might have smacked them because you was pissed off that day and you didn't mean it, but it was just you was just upset and you thought of, just know that these are seeds that are being planted and there will be a harvest. That's why a lot of these children out here might grow up emotional, because there has been emotional seeds planted into our kids. Your man might be growing in your relationship cold or distant because them seeds of anger that you planted in your relationship have harvested a tainted or a contaminated or corrupted spirit. And that corrupted spirit that has been cultivated in your relationship was because the seeds that were planted when the emotions was running. So we have to be very conscious of the words that we speak, especially when we're feeling the type of way. When you're feeling the type of way in your relationships, when you're feeling the type of way with your kids, if you're feeling the type of way at your job, and a lot of us get pissed off at our job when we feel the type of way. When you're feeling that type of way, you need to take a few seconds and breathe before you speak. Don't be quick. Don't the scripture say be slow to speak and quick to hear? Am I tripping? Don't the scripture say be slow to speak and quick to hear? Yeah. Man, Proverbs is hard because Proverbs give us the principles of life. Proverbs give us the law of how to conduct ourselves and the wisdom of how to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. It teaches us how to move. Mm-hmm.
I think Elder Charles has a If I may.
Mhm.
Speaking of karma, as reported by
You want the-
national news.
Salaki, I got you. You got a little the water, sir.
No, sir.
Mhm.
It says, Elder Charles, if I may speak of karma, as reported by the national news, the cracker cop that shot Sonia Massey has died in prison of colon cancer. Go figure.
Hey, Most High in Christ. I peeped that today. The water for that. The water for that, Charles. Elder Charles. Hey, the water, my brother. Yeah, come on now, sir.
I wish he would have stuck around a little longer for just to,
You know,
wallow around in that prison a little.
come on, man.
I don't even think he spent the whole year in jail before he died.
It might have been a little bit longer. I think it might have been a little bit longer than a year. Or has it been a year? That's it.
I think he got sentenced in like January.
No, dang.
Yeah, I don't think he even spent the whole year in jail.
Hey, man, the water for that one. That's a good point right there. I just seen that this morning. And Most High in Christ today. I mean, Most High in Christ to that. But he did get out a little bit easy. Them seeds he planted, them seeds were supposed to be. I ain't gonna say the Most High did what he did. The Most High did his big one. The Most High is the Most High for a reason. So everything that happens, nothing happens that he didn't do. So I mean, you know, him getting up out of there, man, and him suffering, you know, that's the Most High's choice and the Most High's dealings, man. But yo, Most High in Christ to that devil died. That devil was going through cancer in there. Hopefully, you know, hopefully, you know, he got what he got up in there. But they probably had him. He definitely wasn't a general pop. When police like that and what's the word? When them crimes with high value, high status, I forget the term or whatever. But them cats, when they go to jail, they don't go in the general pop. They go to the special. They go to CPE. Or they even go to a special division that's more special than CP. I think them cats go where the child molesters and the Chesters are. They might not actually go to. Well, that's basically CP or whatever. But them cats like that, they go to a special prison with the people that are compliant and all that. They get tablets and all that, and they be living the good life and they be safe or whatever. So.
Salakia.
Might be good because you can rest assured, nigga, like a cop like that got jammed up and went to jail. He didn't receive his rightful recompense. So the Most High probably just took him up out of here. Like, yo, you ain't going. Hey, we're gonna take you up out of here. We're gonna bring you back in here. Probably as a blind man. You're gonna come in as a blind child, or we might rebirth you as a child without an arm or a leg or something, or both legs. You might come as a quadriplegic. Hey, the Most High is mighty and he is just. So with that being, like, the Most High knows what he's doing and he got him up out of here for a reason, man. So,
honestly, I'm not completely sold on that.
There we go.
Off the radar.
Hey, I don't want the water for tapping in, man. We be, hey, big Adawan, the mighty Hadar, Officer 1K Hadar, man, that's a heavy point right there. We don't know what the hell is going on behind closed doors.
Yes,
we don't know what is happening. Yeah.
Elder Charles said, Salaki, if I may, protective custody.
PC. Yeah, he probably went in the PC, or they have slightly more bearable divisions that you can go to. They got PC. That's where to scared. They check into that, and then they have like these other. I think that's basically PC. He went with the sex offenders, or he went with the people that are compliant. They have a compliant division where they send everybody that follow the rules, and they give them extra pros to where they at or whatever, man. But Most High in Christ to that, man. Most High in Christ to that devil's death, man. We gonna clap it up for that, man. Salagi. Let's clap it up for that devil's death, man, because the Most High is all wise and all knowing, and everything that happens for a reason. But I do feel you, Adawan, Hadar, on we don't know if that was him or not. And we don't know what they done did with this devil, man. We don't know if they gave him an early release and said that he did. And because when you go on PC on the streets, they change your whole identity. And they change your identity. So you can fake your death. Basically who you was is dead when they change your identity when you're real protective custody on the streets. versus being behind the wall. So we don't know what the hell them devils did, man. But the devil's the devil for a reason, because he's the most deceptive. He is the adversary, and they will deceive you, man. So if he did croak over and die because of that cancer, Most High Christ to that. If he did it, man, you know, the Most High got something coming to him anyway, man. Because of the seeds he sowed. The seeds he sowed, he will reap a harvest for it. The Most High Christ to that, man. I think I got into half of 8, and I'm gonna reread it. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of his flesh. Oh, we got high call in the building.
Yeah, we can't hear him. We having a little technical difficulty. He can be heard on the stream, but he can't be heard in the building. Give me a second.
Okay. Hey, we gonna get you in there. High call the water for tapping in, sir.
Most High Christ.
We're gonna get that worked out on this end so we can hear you. I hope everybody else can hear you as well. But in the meantime, excuse me, Salaki, we're gonna read the rest of this. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap everlasting life. It's one of my favorite scriptures, man. It's so profound. And let me hurry up and rush through this because this is the same class from last time. I'm trying to get into the new points. When you sow into the spirit, you'll reap of the spirit. You reap everlasting life. You reap the kingdom of heaven, man. When we sow these seeds of following the laws of the Most High, we will reap what the Most High had intended for us, man. The harvest of those seeds that we plant by following the Most High's rules, by following the Most High's will, we will reap the harvest of that, man. And the harvest is everlasting life. The harvest is that abundance that we see in the scriptures. It says the harvest is life. We won't reap death. We won't be spiritually dead. We won't be mentally dead. We won't be psychologically dead, man. It won't be all that depression. It won't be all of that lack. It won't be all of that. It won't be all of that suppression, man. If you would, man, we wouldn't be bottled down like we are as a people, man. And if we could just, for one, figure out who we are, because once we figure out who we are, then we know that as a people, who we are, we have to conduct ourselves a certain way. When we find out who we are, then we know that we have to find that moral compass that we all should agree on. And once we find that moral compass that we all agree on, then we can build our nation. Right now, we are. That's him. Hey, sound check. I think we got you in the building, not the one.
Hey, Sock, can I be heard?
Hey, we can hear you, my brother. Hey, how about Shimmy Ashar-Bakatah, the one? What it do?
Yashua. Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Try to check in with you, man. Cause look, you cooking. I've been trying to break down the kitchen dough the way you been cooking. But Slack, if I may, let me get right back with you, Slack, and I'm gonna definitely check in, cause man, like you cooking, priest, Slack.
Hey, Most High in Christ to you, sir. Big ups to you, man. The water, man. To you, Adawan. The water to all the Adawanium above me, man. Hey, man, this is the Most High in Christ, man. It ain't me. I ain't cooking. This is the Most High cooking. It's His word, man. This is His will. These are His words. These ain't my words. I ain't giving you my opinion. It ain't got nothing to do with me, man. I ain't shit. Excuse my language. I ain't nothing. It's the Most High, man. The Most High is cooking, man. So the water to you for checking in, man, and the water for giving the Most High those kind words, man. The water to you, my brother. The water, sir. The Most High in Christ to that. But when we sow the seeds of the spirit, man, we're gonna reap that everlasting life. We're gonna reap of the spirit, man. You want something to eat? We're gonna see. I'm gonna see what I can find you. We might have some chips back there or something if we could. Got you. Salaki. So that's Galatians, man. That's that's basically the premise. That's the foundation, man, of this class, man. Whatever a man soweth, that shall he reap, man. So no matter what you intended to sow, you will reap the recompense. You will reap the harvest of the seeds that you didn't intentionally sow. You can reap the harvest of the seeds that you did intentionally sow, man. So we're gonna leave that one. Khan.
Yes, like had to get through something real quick. But yeah, like I said, man, you are the cooking priest, and you know what I'm saying, by from what you was even coming up from the beginning, I'm just coming up with precept at a precept, line upon line on everything you're saying. So
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, hold you up or anything like that. But what you
You too
just
wild, sir.
hit on, Most High in Christ. So what you just hit on as far as like, you know what I'm saying, that devil, you know what I'm saying, I believe that he was only like 6 months into his sentence. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Rob was saying. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? The Paul spoke about this in Romans, Romans 12 and 20. It says, therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. So, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much what that precept is talking about is that, you know what I'm saying, like, just how you were going before. Is, you know what I'm saying? We'll sit up here and we want to speak all these evil things, you know what I'm saying, on to somebody. You know what I'm saying? We want to want all these bad things to come to somebody. And we understand that, you know what I'm saying, life and death is in the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing another scripture on
Right.
that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So understand, like, it's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, praying for judgment for your enemy, because we see that with, you know what I'm saying, King David, a man after the
Damn
Lord's
right.
own heart. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like King David sat up here and prayed for judgment against his own people. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You're
Right.
look, these niggas are wicked, you know what I'm saying? They ain't doing right. Like, come on, like, deliver them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's absolutely nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, praying for judgment upon somebody else. But, you know what I'm saying, what Paul is speaking about here is that's what like makes it heavy. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm gonna pray for you, and that's gonna make your judgment come quicker.
Good
You know what I'm
night.
saying? And that's
Damn
the
right.
heavy part. And that's what happened with this devil here. Like, this devil here is like, okay, well, hey, you know what I'm saying? You did this evil act, but look, the Lord is gonna do judgment even quicker. And that's what we even have to realize and understand, is that, you know what I'm saying, before we get the, you know what I'm saying, getting in the spirit of you know what I'm saying, King David, and praying for, you know what I'm saying, the destruction of, or you know what I'm saying, or the judgment of somebody, we have to
Mm-hmm.
understand that the Lord's judgment is way more powerful than anything that we can imagine. We can't, we like what we want to happen, like when it comes to the Lord is going to, you know what I'm saying, give something a lot more stronger, you know what I'm saying, than we can even imagine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
gonna sit up here and be like, man, this wicked woman, you know what I'm saying, done, you know what I'm saying, did whatever to me and she left me. I hope she lose her job. And then the Lord going to be like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna make sure she can't even walk again. So now she really can't walk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even understanding the variables of it. You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, we need to, you know what I'm saying, just do what we need to do, keep on moving. We check ourselves first, you know what I'm saying, and understand the power that we have in the tongue.
Damn right.
And if I may, just like not to be, you know, too long-winded, but wrap it up,
Straight to
understanding the
offer.
power and understanding the power that we have in our prayer. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we take that power of prayer for granted, and we underestimate what the Lord will actually do, and how the Lord actually hears our prayers. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that big bro that don't play games. It's like, hey, you can't sit up here and tell big bro somebody did something to you, and then think they just gonna do a little something back to whoever did it to you. Like, big bro gonna be serious about it. You know what I mean? So,
Damn right.
you know what I'm saying? Just do what you gotta
Facts.
do. Be chill about it. But you know what I'm saying? But then even understand that by you know what I'm saying, praying for a brother, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we know that this is, you know what I'm saying, a Edomite in the world, you know what I'm saying? But understand that, hey, the Lord will make this vengeance come quicker upon him. You know what I'm saying? Salakia.
Nah, excellent. Yo, we about to clap it up for that, man. Nuclear point right there, man. The praying part, what the Lord will do to you. The scriptures say to pray without ceasing, and that's for a reason, because it goes hand in hand with the Lord saying, vengeance is not yours. Vengeance is the Lord's. And that goes hand in hand with what you just said. Like, we might want something to happen to somebody that did something to us. It ain't up to us to even try and get the Lord to do something to somebody, because the Lord is already going to have his vengeance on his children. If someone did something to his children, the Lord is going to, he's a just God. He's a just father. Like he is characterized as a father for a reason. Anything that happens, man, the Lord is going to, there will be recompense for it. And we can read that throughout multiple scriptures, man. We definitely read that in Obadiah. We read that in Joel. We read that in Revelations. All the prophetical books of the Bible, we read what the Lord will do for his children, man. So it's not up to us to ask the Lord to do something because he's already going to do it. The scriptures say vengeance is the Lord's, man. And that is just another reason and another that's just more encouragement for us to pray without ceasing, man. And not to just pray that the Lord is going to do stuff that, I mean, we can do that. Yeah, we can, that's what David did or whatever, but the Lord's going to do it anyway. And he's going to do it in a perfect way. Like the scriptures say, the Lord has a perfect hatred for the enemies of his children. So the Lord is going to do it in a way that we couldn't even think, a way that we couldn't even fathom. So the Lord is going to do it the right way. He's going to do it the way we thinking that we want him to do it. He like, nah, player. Hey man, that's small talk. He's going to do it.
Right.
He's going to do it the right way, man. And that's why we just continue to pray without ceasing, man. Pray that the Most High watches over you, and pray that the Most High forgives you and blesses you. So when he does forgive you, he can go out and reap recompense. He can go out and give recompense to those that were against you. He can go out there and make the score even and be a just God to those that have hated you, to those that have harmed you. It ain't on us to get revenge, man. I digress on that, man. But that was a heavy point. Salaki. Super heavy point. The water for that. Super heavy point.
Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ to you, man. Heavy point right there. So we gonna skip through, man. Let's get to the good part. So that was Galatians. What you reap, you gonna sow. You eventually reap the kind of seed that you plant. Everything that you do, there will be there will be something to come behind it. There will be something that comes of every action that you make and every word that you speak, man. There's something that there's a harvest to those seeds that you plant in the words, in your habits, in your actions, man. You will reap from that, man. What you sow of the spirit, what you sow to the spirit, it produces righteous harvest, man. And that's what we read, and that's what we see in the book of Galatians, chapter 5. We see that in Galatians chapter 5, verse 20, the fruits of the spirit. When you sow spiritually, and when you sow the seeds of the spirit and the seeds to the spirit, you will reap the joy, you'll reap the love, you'll reap the peace, the long sufferings, the gentleness, the self-control. You'll reap that temperance, man. You'll reap that faith, man. That faith, that patience brings, man. And it's a reason why the scriptures tell us, man, let patience work its, or let patience work its perfect. I'm paraphrasing. Let patience work its perfect thing, or whatever. You let that patience work, that grows your faith, man. Growing your faith comes from you knowing that there is seed and harvest time. There's a time for everything. So you're not gonna be out here expecting the instant gratification. Like, these scriptures ain't magic. These scriptures are call and response. Well, cause and effect. These scriptures are worked off of principles. And when you put certain principles into play, those principles will reap the harvest of the actions and of the habits that you work in. You got to work, man. When you grow on a farm, when you're growing a tree, when you're growing fruit in your garden, or you're growing fruit in your land, it takes work. It takes work and a patience. You got to know that when you planted this seed, it might take 4 months for that tree to grow. And it might take another 5 years for that tree to reap the fruits of it, man. So it's not instant gratification. It's you knowing that everything is in order and everything takes time, man. And that's what comes with the faith, man. That comes from your patience, man. So when you sow certain seeds, man, you'll receive the harvest from those seeds, man. You get that meekness, you get the temperance, man. You get all the above. You can find that in the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 22 through 23. That's the fruits of the spirit, man. Also, you can find this is another good one that I had in my notes from last time. Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. A righteous man separates himself from wicked counsel and delights in the law of the Lord, man. Separate yourself from that wickedness. Separate yourself from that froward or that foolish talk. The foolish conversations we having with the gossip, man. It feels good. It's entertaining, man. Everybody wants to be entertained. Sometimes we got to separate ourselves from that, man. Like I said earlier, everything must be done in moderation, and sometimes we can't fill up our field, the field that we're in with those tainted seeds, man. So sometimes we gotta disconnect ourselves from the foolish counsel or from the foolish friendships, the foolish relationships, man.
Salakia.
Come.
Hey man, let me jump in there one more time. I'm trying to
Hey,
leave you alone.
come on with it, man. Hey, come on with it.
You know what I'm saying? Just like what you said, that patience is key. And that's something that, you know what I'm saying, the Christian church lacks, is that patience. That's why they want to sit up here and be like, oh, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. And they think like
Judah Sirach. Salakia, my bad, sir.
Nah, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Christian church, they want to sit up and be like, yeah, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. They think that it's like an everlasting thing and it just keeps on going. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Understanding that the truth is understanding exactly what you said, is that patience. So if I may, the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12, it says, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua.
That's Revelations, right?
Come.
New Testament.
New.
The New Testament talking about those that keep the law.
Right.
But the law was, Christ did away with the law.
Right.
Why are we talking about the law in Revelations and keeping it if Christ did away with the law? Come on with the jokes, man. Yo, we're gonna clap it up for that. The water for that, my brother. The water out of one. Heavy point, man. This is the patience of the saints, man. The patience with yeah, man. All right, so what the church fails to teach, and what they fail to do is to teach that patience, like you said. By them failing to teach patience, they're failing to teach faith. By them failing to teach faith and patience, they're failing to teach discipline, because patience takes discipline. That's what the law is. For you to be obedient to something, it takes for you to be disciplined. That's why the scriptures tell you to train up a child in the way that he should go. Right. And he won't depart from it. You training up that child as you disciplining him. That's the whole concept of the Bible, man. You don't follow his laws, you will be judged. What is judgment? Discipline. The church not teaching to be patient is them teaching a lack of discipline, man. Right. By them not actually teaching the word of these scriptures, they not like, that's what a disciple was. What is the root word of a disciple? Discipline. You lack discipline, man. Like the reason why that not even the reason why, not teaching the law teaches you to lack discipline. It teaches you not to be able to follow rules. And by you not following rules, you're lawless. When you're lawless, there's no order. And the Most High says the scriptures say we should do everything decently and in order. And by us not teaching them laws, by us not teaching patience, we're teaching a lack of discipline. We're sowing seeds of not being disciplined. We're sowing seeds of lawlessness. We're sowing seeds of disorder. And that's why we got so many denominations. That's why we got so many different fake Hebrew Israelite groups, because these cats lack discipline.
Right.
These cats lack brotherhood, which having true brotherhood takes discipline, man. The disciples knew real discipline, because what did disciples do, man? As soon as the disciples met Christ, they dropped everything that they had. They dropped their life. They dropped their bit. Peter and them had a fishing business. James, John, and them, they dropped their families. They dropped their wife. Peter had a wife and a family. Dropped that to be disciplined, man, and to follow Christ. And he became a disciple, man. So that's what it takes, man. And they ain't teaching that, man, in these fake Hebrew Israelite groups that we ain't affiliated with. We ain't affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group. We ain't affiliated with none of these no group. We ain't affiliated with the Christian church. We teach discipline, man. We teach to follow Christ because Christ taught us to follow the law, man. I'm gonna digress on that. That was a heavy point. Salakia. I was one of them rabbit holes y'all be talking about I be going on, man. I'm gonna get up out of that. How you call Salakia?
Nah, Salakia to you, Salakia.
But yeah, those are the seeds that you plant, man. When you planting the words of saying the law is done away with, the seed that you planting is a seed of disorder. You're planting a seed of disorganization. You're planting a seed of being undisciplined. When you say the law is done away with, that means you don't have a moral compass. That means you don't have an ethical compass or ethical standpoint of how we all can agree on what is right and what is wrong. There is no right and wrong. Everything is a gray area. And that's why everybody has to say that the Most High knows their heart, because you teaching that gray area. You teaching people to be disorderly. You teaching people to be undisciplined, man. And that's what comes about of the seeds of teaching that the law is done away with. When Christ never taught that. Christ taught the exact opposite. So the other part was you reap what you sow in your relationships. I think I already touched on that. Let's skip down, man. Let's get down to some of these. We can get down to the parables, man. Also, I don't think I touched on. I think that might have been the last thing I touched on the. I gotta say pause. I keep on saying Salakia. I didn't touch on nothing. In the last class, what I was speaking on and teaching on was when you show mercy or when you give mercy, that becomes a part of your harvest, man. So when you plant seeds of mercy, then the Most High can be merciful towards you. That's why the Lord's Prayer. Well, I thought he was out of state. What the hell just happened? Yeah, Most High Christ. So like that's why the Lord's Prayer. These are principles that we read in the scriptures. We just have to read in between the lines, man. In the Lord's Prayer, when it says, "Forgive me of my debts, as you forgive," forgive my debtors as you forgive me of my debts, and I'm butchering it, Salakia, or forgive me of my trespasses as I forgive those who trespassed against me. That's a principle right there, man. That's the principle. That's the general principle of us having mercy on our brothers, us forgiving our brothers, us being offended if a brother offends us, or if a brother done did something that might have pissed you off, or a sister did something that ticked you off. A sister done she done slimed you, your partner done slimed you out, man. Your family member, your pops, your moms slimed you out. They have trespassed against you and it offended you. The principle says that if you forgive that person, even though they may not even deserve to be forgiven, if you forgive that person, that allows the Most High to be able to forgive you, man. And Lord knows everything that you done did against the Most High. The Most High knows everything that I done did against him. So I'm quick to forgive anybody in my life. Come to my man, my rib, my partners, stranger on the street. I'm quick to forgive anybody, man, because I know when I'm able to forgive, that allows the Most High to be able to forgive me. And that's a principle, man. Most High ain't gonna forgive you if you holding grudges. Most High ain't gonna forgive you if you don't forgive the people in your life that offended you or the people in your life that hurt you. You've been hurt, but you got to learn how to forgive the person that never even deserved to be forgiven. Sometimes that could be what's holding up your life. Sometimes that could be what's holding up your spiritual growth. That could be what's holding up your pockets a lot of times. Is forgiving the people in your life that probably don't deserve to be forgiven. The Most High told you to do that, man. And by you doing that, man, what you do when you forgive people, you relieve yourself of the weight that's on your spirit. You relieve yourself of the weight that's on your conscience. And that's everything, man. That's a lot of where the depression comes from. Learn to forgive yourself for the things that you did. You forgiving yourself is knowing that the Most High has forgiven you for what you did, and that ain't on your conscience no more. You still think about stuff that you did last week or even years ago. When you become a new person, when you become renewed, when you become that born again person, when you become the new person that you are in Christ, you got to know that the Most High forgave you. So everything that you did, that's up out of there. It's forgotten about. The Most High, and I'm paraphrasing. It says the Most High puts it in the back of his memory, and I'm super paraphrasing. I'm super butchering it, but for you to really spiritually mature and to grow, if you want them seeds in your life to grow, if you want your life spiritually to grow, or in any area or in any field in your life that you want the seed to grow in, sometimes it just takes you forgiving, man. It just takes you forgiving yourself. And by that happening, you allow the Most High to forgive you, man. So I digress on that. And that's by giving mercy, man, and forgiving. Let's jump into it, man. This is a heavy parable right here, man. I'm gonna get into the book of Luke, chapter 16, man. This is the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, the beggar or the poor man that they would say, and the harvest of how we live. Hey, Judah, y'all gonna sit down back there, okay? Both of y'all go sit down, eat your food, man. You got food back there, man. Y'all ain't even eating all your food. You can be talking about you're hungry later. You said you was hungry. You gotta eat all that. Come on, player. Yeah, man. Pointing at his belly like them 9-cent babies that they used to have on TV, man, with the air bellies and the fly spot. Why did the devil used to do that to them Africans, man? Them stinking Africans that we don't believe we African. But why did they used to do that to them, man? They be on TV with the bloated bellies. They say they were so hungry, air would get in the belly. And that's what would I digress. But yeah, Salaki. We gonna go to the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19. Luke is the book before John. Let's get to it. Luke chapter 16, man. This is the parable, man. Yes, sir. What you got?
Nah, I can read for you when you're ready.
Most high Christ, the water, sir. The water. This is the parable of Lazarus, or the rich man and Lazarus. I'm gonna start at Luke chapter 16 and verse 19. I'm trying to spin through it real quick. Salaki. Not talking to you out of one. You can read it as you read, but I'm I'm trying to keep it quick on my end with it. And this is the book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 19. Christ gives an account of a rich man, and a beggar named Lazarus. The rich man lived in abundance. We gonna see, man. And Lazarus was misfortunate. He was unfortunate at the time. We gonna see, and we're gonna see the principle of the seeds that we plant when the Most High blesses us, and when we're in certain circumstances, and we're in a certain or a situation or a circumstance where we could bless others, and what we do with it, what we do with that seed. And he's also going to show us the flip side, man, of what happens when we don't use the seeds that the Most High gives us to bless, or to show love to people. So if you could, Adawan, the book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 19.
Con, this book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19.
Right.
There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. Verse 20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. Verse 21. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Lazarus was in a bad state. Lazarus, it was rough for Lazarus, man. Continue, sir, if you could.
Verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. Verse 23.
Also,
And in
Salaki, real
hell,
quick, just disclaimer: this story right here is a parable. This isn't literal, but it is a parable, man. We can find different references in the scriptures of Abraham's bosom in the Old Testament. And basically, this is a parable right here. So this is not to be taken literal, but there's a message in every parable. There's a message, and the message is, as we see in the beginning, Lazarus was poor, and the rich man had it. He had it going on. You know, he was having. The rich Lazarus asked if the rich man could show him some love. He asked for a crumb, and the rich man did not. He didn't do that. He didn't even give him a crumb. The rich man had tables of he had tables full, but he didn't even give the poor man a crumb. The poor man that had sores, dogs were licking his sores and all that. Both of them die. Lazarus goes to Abraham's bosom, which is the figurative rest. The rich man, it says the rich man also died and was buried. And I'm gonna let you continue. We'll see where he went.
And it's like, if I may, Baba Shah,
absolutely.
This is very heavy because, you know what I'm saying, just how like Christ came to show us the spirit. This is another example of how Christ showed us the spirit. Because if you recall, you know what I'm saying, you had the heathen woman come to Christ and ask for the crumbs. You know what I'm saying? And because this is the same thing, Lazarus is just asking, he's like, man, like, just give me the crumbs. So that's the same thing that the heathen woman came and asked, like, he's asking for the least. And you know what I'm saying, our King Yahushua, even with this being a heathen woman, he granted her the crumbs. He still gave her a blessing.
Heavy
you know
point.
What I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's very heavy, because like that shows you the wickedness of this man here, because he doesn't even want to give the crumbs away.
Super wicked. Nah, damn right. Heavy point, man. That is an exact parallel. Christ gave the crumbs to the woman he called a dog, and she was a heathen. He said we ain't gonna waste the children's bread is meant for meat for the children. We're gonna waste it on the dogs. And she humbled herself in saying that she was a dog, and she understood that, but she would like a crumb. She just wanted a piece. And Christ still was merciful and gave her a piece of the blessing, not the promise, but the blessing. This is a scripture that pastors will use to construe that everybody is that salvation is for everybody, and the new covenant is for everybody, when you don't read that exclusively anywhere in the scriptures. We just read right there where Christ said, in this saying, you had faith in this saying. He said in this saying was where her faithfulness lied. And the faithfulness was that she knew that she was a dog and she accepted her role. And that's prophetic in the end times, and that's prophetic in the kingdom of heaven, man, because she accepted her role. Christ gave her the crumb that she was I would say that she deserved, you know. Salaki, if I'm saying that wrong, I don't mean she received the crumb by her knowing her place, and her place was being the dog or whatever. So even Christ was merciful in giving the crumb to the dog, but this rich man was wicked, and he didn't give anything to someone who was possibly of his people. And that's the wickedness, man, of us, man. Like when we see them brothers on the streets, when we see them sisters, man, in the middle of them intersections, before you get on the highway, in the middle of them intersections on them roads that you're traveling through in the byways, and you roll your windows up when you see them, you're playing the rich man right there. That's the seed you're planting. You're planting the seed of the rich man right there. Because we're going to get a little bit deeper into Christ spoke after this parable on what he was doing. When you seeing these people that really need it, you might look at them like, damn, they dirty, they stinky, they put themselves in this position, they made bad decisions. That's really not up to you to make that decision or to make that call and say that this person in need doesn't need what you have or doesn't necessarily need the crumbs that you're able to give. But you're saying, I'm gonna keep my crumbs because they don't deserve it because they made the wrong decisions. And I'm speaking to myself because I've been there before. So I know everybody else has had that in their spirit before. We've all been there. I see people, they locking their doors like white people do when we go in, and all we doing is perpetuating the same thing that the oppressor does to us, to our own people, man. And that's a wicked act. And that's a seed that you are planting when you see them brothers on the street and them sisters on the street asking and having a sign. They might be a smoker. They might be on that dope. They might be doing all of that, but it's not up to you to determine that. Christ said, when you have done it to them or you have done it to the least of his people. So when you see a black brother, and that's normally a black sister, or his Hispanic brother, Hispanic sister, Native Indian, because most black people are Native Indigenous Indians or whatever. When you see them on the streets and begging, and you don't give them nothing, you're not giving to Christ. And that's a seed you're sowing by you not giving to Christ. You will not inherit or reap the harvest of the kingdom of heaven. You won't inherit or reap that seed of life, man. And all you doing is you sowing the seed of death into yourself. So anytime you got a crumb, anytime you got anything, man, you got food in there. If you don't have anything, you got food, you got a bottle of water, start giving them to people that you normally wouldn't give to. And man, you'll start to work. You'll see, man, the principle, or you'll see the work of the principles of these laws, man, of seed sowing, and you'll see the harvest of that, man. So I digress on that. Yeah, come on.
It's like I just, if I may, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna throw this last one in here and then definitely get back to it. Exactly what you're speaking of, you know what I'm saying? Hebrews 13:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Hey man, come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. That smoker that you think is smoker, he walking up on you, giving you a test. he giving you a tester. He trying to see if you what your seed game, like the Most High sent him as a messenger, because he gonna go back to the Most High with a report on what your seed sowing game is like, or what your heart really is like. And you done failed that multiple times. You done failed that multiple times. And that's why, just like when you reap that mercy or you reap forgiveness, you get mercy or forgiveness. When you reap that selfishness, you're gonna get selfishness when you need it. When it come time that you want that raise on your job, or when it come time when you think that the bank should give you that loan that you was trying to get, the Most High gonna remember that. And the harvest of that seed that you planted with that misfortunate brother or that misfortunate sister that looked dirty, that's going to be the harvest you're going to reap, because you didn't think that they were worthy of getting your crumb. The bank and your job and anybody in your life ain't going to think that you was worthy of that loan or of that house or of that car or of that raise you were supposed to get. So these are principles right here, man, that we got to get, man. And by us getting these principles, not only are these principles that would help you flourish and would help your seeds to harvest or would help your fruits to grow, these are seeds that are planted to help our nation grow.
Right.
These are seeds that we planting to help us come together as a nation. This is how we come together as a nation, by us practicing and by us keeping and by us being disciplined in sowing these seeds, being disciplined in doing this work and showing love to our people, doing this work and showing brotherhood, doing this work and showing compassion to the people on the street. Because when you show compassion to those people on the street, compassion will be shown to you when you feel like you needed that. When you feel like you needed that raise because you was working hard. Them homeless people on the street think that they are working hard all day, begging and asking. That's a job too. It's not up to us to judge that in per se. It's up to us to give righteous judgment and judge when we see something wrong. But you got to get the beam out of your eye before you can get the speck out of your partner eye. So yeah, like it is up to us to judge righteously, but it's not up to us to judge these brothers and sisters when they're having shortcomings, man, and saying they don't deserve this money I got in my pocket because they probably made the decisions to put themselves in that circumstance. These are just tests. These are testing principles that the Most High and that Christ is working with us, man, for us to learn. And with these little things, man, you doing these small things that might seem big at the time. You do these small things, man, they'll put your life on a whole new trajectory, man, because you planting seeds that you never planted before by showing love to certain people that you felt like didn't deserve it or that you would have never showed love to, man. So this is one of them things, man. Take note, man. Show love to people, you know, show love to your people. And that will allow us to grow spiritually, man. That'll allow us to grow financially. This ain't that prosperity preaching and all that, but I'm teaching how you sow to your spirit, man. You sow to your spirit, man, by showing love to the least.
Right.
We got Halak checking in, man. Yo, how about you, my brother, man. The water for checking in, my nigga. The water. The shalom, Lord of Christ, man. Let's read the rest of this, man. Let's get through the rest of this parable because we got a couple more parables. Christ went crazy on.
All right, Slug, if I may, I'm gonna start back at verse 22, but the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
Right.
The rich man also died and was buried. Verse 23. And in hell,
Slaki, I don't mean to stop you, but just keep that word buried in your mind. Everybody, I don't know who's out there watching, but just remember that word buried, because just because you sow a seed and you put it under dirt, that's not necessarily burying it. You can also bury a seed, and when everything that gets buried, dead bodies get buried. Anything that gets buried dies because it's choked out. But just remember that, Slaki, and we're gonna jump on some, that word buried is gonna pop out a little bit later. Slaki, sir.
Verse 23. And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments,
right?
Being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
So the rich man, opens his eyes and he's in hell. I wonder why. Probably because he was wicked. Probably because he seen that brother that possibly looked like he was on drugs. He was talking with a slur when he came and asked for a few dollars. He thought he was drunk. He thought he was going to spend that crumb on a drink or spend that crumb on a rock. He was wicked, and he didn't sow the seeds of compassion. He dies and he looks up. He finds himself in hell. Continue, sir, if you could.
Verse 24.
Right.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and have.
Now I'm about to say my bad. Now he's crying because of the decisions he has made in life. The seeds he sowed in his life have now came to harvest. Now the roles are reversed. He was planting seeds into the flesh, and he harvests corruption. He harvests carnality. He wasn't sowing those seeds to the spirit by showing love and compassion to his brothers. Those are the seeds that we sowed. Those are righteous seeds. He finds himself in hell, and the brother that was in shortcoming, Lazarus, he finds himself in Abraham's bosom, which is synonymous with a place of rest. What is rest? Rest is what we all trying to get. I ain't gonna just say heaven or whatever, but he finds himself in a place of rest. Salaki, sir.
Salvation. Salaki. No, Salaki, I was just about to say salvation. That's
right.
Keep the risk.
The water, sir. The water for that. Most High Christ.
Yes, Salaki. So have mercy on me and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and may cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame.
Well, hell is hot, man. It get hot down there, man. Get a little stuffy, man. You might need a dip of water to touch your tongue, man. And like I said, disclaimer again, this is not a literal story. And this is a story that a lot of people that try and break this down, they relate hell to being a hot place, and the devil has horns and a pitchfork, and it's hot down there, and you sweating, and this is literally this is allegory. This is a figurative story or whatever. It's basically saying, man, hell can get very uncomfortable. You can get the most uncomfortable you have ever dealt with in your life, where you just want a piece of peace. This is the uncomfortableness that that the rich man was dealing with, man. He just wanted a dip of water on his tongue. That's how hot it got down there. That's how real it got down there. And he wanted it from the roles were reversed. Now he had to ask who he looked down on for a blessing. And look what happens. Salakia, sir. If you could continue.
Come, verse 25. But Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
The rich man received good things in his life. He received the blessings. He received the surplus. He received the abundance. He received the comfort. He received what everybody is looking at as a blessing, when just because, I mean, money doesn't always equate to blessing, and lack of money doesn't always equate to the lack of blessing. But now the roles are reversed. And what the rich man did to Lazarus, he is now about to receive the seed of his harvest. He's now about to receive what he deserved, his consequence of the actions that he made in his life, man. He had it good, Lazarus didn't. Lazarus didn't have it good because the brother that had it didn't bless him. And now he's about to receive what, he was supposed to receive. Continue, sir, if you could.
Hey, and Slug, if I may,
man, Most High in Christ, if you could.
Yeah, Most High in Christ. So this is a very heavy point too. Is like where it goes to, you know what I'm saying, the first shall be last and the last shall be first.
Heavy, yes,
you
sir.
know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, we sit up here and get caught up on, hey, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying, to get in this position, and we envy something that. We envy the shiny things. We envy the glory and the glitz, just like you were saying, and not understanding like how are they living and what are they doing right now to have that. Just how like with our oppressor is in heaven right now, so they have all the glitz and the glam. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, we're not gonna sit up here and envy this because hey, we know. You know what I'm saying? When things get corrected, when we correct ourselves, it's going to be totally different. So this is, you know what I'm saying, a great parallel of exactly that. It's like, hey, yeah, nigga, you was on top one time, and now that you was on top and you was stingy being on top, now you on the bottom, and you're going to stay on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So like it.
Big facts. Not the water for that. Heavy point. And if I could add on to what you said, it's so crazy because brothers and our sisters envy the oppressor for what they have.
Right.
They envying these billionaires and these millionaires for having the bag. Everybody got the bag. Everybody wants to go on these trips. Everybody wants to drive the nice cars. Everybody wants to have the jewels, if you would. Everybody wants to live lavishly. We want to go to the nice eateries. We want to go to the nice restaurants of fine dining. Everybody wants what the people in power have. But like you said, for one, what's going on right now isn't this isn't the end game. This isn't the end of the race. When the race ends, of course there will be a recompense, and of course there will be a swap, a switch. But on the other hand, everybody that has it, these millionaires, these niggas in the streets, they got it. These niggas in the streets with the bags, niggas with the bricks, niggas with them that's out here. It's Negroes out here pimping and having bread. It's people out here scamming. All these, where am I scamming ass niggas at with the song? that stupid Miami song. Young Miami, she's stupid.
Spin that shit.
Stupid. She's like, she's simple. That my nigga, Salaki. All right. She is a simple woman. And she's only simple because she's allowing the beast in the system to exploit her, to pimp her, to hoe her out, to sell to our people this poison that she's selling. The music industry is a it's a cesspool of poison being sold to our people, man. And it's for a reason. Like the scamming and what these brothers is doing, what everybody has, you don't know what they had to go through to get it.
Right.
Them scamming ass niggas that they talking about in the music. You just see them on the gram that's having it. They holding the phone books, they holding the telephones and the phone books up. They doing this in the pictures, and they on the boats, they at the 5-star hotels, and they showing you this, and they spreading the money on the, you know, you got the sisters out there going to Dubai. Let's talk about it, man. them sisters out there going to Dubai, along with them brothers that's having it. You only see the wins on Instagram. You only see the wins in real life. You're not seeing what's really going on behind closed doors, what they had to do to get it. The spiritual degradation, the ego degradation that them sisters had to go through to be in Dubai. Good night. I don't know if everybody knows, but them Instagram models that got booking info on their Instagram. Come on, man. We all know what's going on, man. Booking is booking. It's prostitution. And brothers that's having this, you ain't knowing that these brothers not only looking over their shoulders to have the bag. What the brothers had to do, they ain't got no partners like that. It's literally only them most of the time, because they had to slime out the Negroes that they love the most to really have it. Most of the Negroes are told on Negroes, and niggas is looking over their shoulder that's why they post the pictures after they done left where they was at. Like 6ix9ine, these niggas is 6ix9ine out here, because most of these niggas is telling, and a lot of these brothers out here is confidential informants and making a whole Negroes is making a salary off of confidential informantry, if that is a word. These niggas is not only degrading themselves, they degrading they degrading their whole spirit. So to take it back, you never know what the person that has it, and when it looks good, the people that's living in the glitz and glamour and in the high life, seeing them on Instagram, you never knowing what it's really looking like in real life. You're only seeing the wins, because social media is made to kill your spirit. Social media is made to destroy your spirit, because you're only seeing the wins, and people only post the wins. So when you're seeing all the wins, you thinking that you ain't doing nothing because everybody else is posting wins, and dang, I ain't posting nothing. And that's meant to kill your spirit. That's meant to destroy your light, because you thinking that dang, they having it and they're doing something right to have it. But no, these sisters and these brothers are killing themselves. They're killing their spirits. They're having mental issues and mental breakdowns when they're having all the money and going on these trips. These people are going crazy to get the money. It's at a price. The seeds that they're sowing are reaping the harvest. Like we see in Galatians, in the original Galatians chapter 6. We seeing when you reap that carnality, whatever you reap, you will sow, man. Everything that a man reaps, that he will sow. And they're reaping that. But we thinking that we thinking that the Lord is blessing them. They saying that where my scamming ass niggas at, the Lord is blessing that scamming nigga, because he's out in Miami and he got the bag, he got the phone book. And Shorty is out in Miami on the boat every couple of months. She's selling her soul. He's selling his soul. He's not living in peace. This nigga's having mental issues. He's having mental problems in his head. She's having mental problems in her head, but you seeing them looking good in the pictures and on social media, because it's meant to kill our people, man. It's meant to drain our people spiritually, man. And that just comes from the seeds that these people are planting. The seeds that our sisters are planting, the seeds that our brothers are planting, they're reaping the harvest of it. And the harvest that they're reaping is a psychological death. They're psychologically dying. When you're reaping wickedness, when you're sowing wickedness, you're reaping death. When you're sowing carnality and you're sowing flesh, you're reaping death on the other hand. and we're not seeing the death. We thinking that because they haven't, we seeing life. And when they taking these trips, we seeing life. We're seeing the exact opposite. We're not seeing the exact opposite. We thinking we're seeing life, but in their lives in real life, it's the exact opposite, man. So that just goes with the principle of this story of you reaping what you sow. You reaping that carnality, you reaping the physicality, but you're not reaping, you're sowing the physicality, and you're sowing the carnality, you're reaping corruption, man. So with that being said, we gonna drop that real quick. We're gonna go to the other one. I know we didn't read all the way through that. Lazarus, he didn't give the crumbs to his people. He didn't give the crumbs to those who should have gotten the crumbs. He didn't have mercy on his people. He didn't have compassion for his people. So he had to reap the harvest of not having compassion and not having not showing love and not having mercy, not showing mercy to the people that he felt like didn't deserve it, man. So that's a principle right there in its own. The people you might think deserve compassion and the people you might think don't deserve compassion actually are the ones who do deserve that. And it's not up to you to decide who deserves compassion or who deserves your blessing, who deserves the crumbs off your plate. And sometimes you got to give a loaf. Sometimes the Most High has required you to give a loaf. Sometimes you got to go out there and give a dollar, give $100 to a bum. Sometimes you might not even have it. And I'm not telling you to give your last. Sometimes you might have to give your last, but I'm not telling you to go out there and do nothing stupid and give your rent money to a misfortunate. But sometimes the Most High might require the mercy from you, which was the mercy that he was supposed to have on you, which was a major seed. Sometimes you might have to give that Negro in the middle of that intersection that you walk up on that got the sign, you like, damn, he's smoking crack. Sometimes the Most High might require of you to give him $100. And it's not so you can reap $100,000. The Most High ain't gonna bless you like that. The Most High is just testing your faith. Sometimes that seed is a test of your compassion to see if the Most High can have that same compassion for the sins that you committed that was big for him to forgive you for that, man. So I digress on that. That's a big principle. Sometimes you might got to reap, or sometimes you might have to sow a big seed for the Most High to reap the heart, to give you the harvest of that big seed, man. So we're gonna skip that. I know we didn't read the whole story of that, man. Let's skip to the next parable if we could. Can we go to the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 14? Goddamn. My brother fast with it. My brother fast with it. Precepticon in the building. Now I'm with you. 25 and verse 14. I'm with you. All right, so Salaki, I just want to give you out a precursor. The book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 14. If y'all could write that in your notes. This is a very powerful parable, just like the last one, the Lazarus, the rich man, and Lazarus the beggar. That was a very powerful. There's a message behind that. This message right here speaks on your talents and how the Most High God might bless you with certain things, certain abilities, talents, and what you're supposed to do with it, man. So let's get busy. Shalaki.
Book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 14.
Right.
For the kingdom of heaven is traveling to a country.
Right.
Who called his own servant and delivered to them his goods.
So it says the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country. Whenever we see Christ talk about the kingdom of heaven, you better put your antennas up and pay attention. Because when he speaks about the kingdom of heaven, these are principles and laws. These are seeds that he's giving you and teaching you how to sow. He's teaching you how to plant. When we sowing seeds, man, we looking for growth. Whenever you sow a seed, whenever we plant something, it's all about the growth you're going to get. Not only abundantly in the physical, it's about the growth you're going to get spiritually, man. So when we say it's likened unto the kingdom of heaven, it's a principle. Pay attention, man. because the seed he's about to give you, this is what is going to grow you spiritually, and this is what is also going to grow you. It happens in the spiritual first in order for it to happen in the physical, man. So what happens in the spiritual, pay attention. So he likened this into the kingdom of heaven, man. So it's like a man traveling into a far country who has called his own servants and delivered unto them goods. It's a rich man delivered into his servants goods. All right, Salaki, sir, if you could.
And to one, he gave 5 talents.
Let's look at these as actual talents. Salaki. He gave you a talent. You might have a talent with music. You might have a talent with a business. You might have a talent with what are different talents? My brother got a talent with them hands. You might have a talent with them hands. He got a talent with them and when I say them hands, he might have a talent with them bearing arms. He has a talent with the arms. So you might have different talents, man. You might what do you say? You got you have a talent, man. The Most High gives you all different types of talents. Talent with your mind, breaking down the scriptures, the talents, and these are gifts. Man, hey, I had a conversation with my brother and sister. The gifts, these are your gifts. The talents that the Most High gives you, these are your gifts. You might have a talent with the word of knowledge, but with the word of wisdom, how you break things down. The Most High gives you different talents, man. He might give you different talents on how you see things, man. And everybody has a different talent. So Salaki, I digress.
Verse 15. And to one he gave 5 talents.
Right.
To another 2. And to another 1.
These are 3 servants. He gave 3 different talents to. One he gave 10 to. Now he gave 5 talents. 5, 2, and 1. Salaki, my bad. There we go. 5, 2, and 1. He gave one 5 talents. He gave one 2 talents, and he gave one 1 talent. These are 3 servants. Gave them a different number of talents, abilities.
To every man according to his several ability.
Right. To his ability. These are your abilities. He gave him talents. Come.
And straightway took his journey.
He left off. He gave his servants talents and he left. It's like Christ. Christ came, gave his life to us. He gave us mercy and grace. Not the grace for you to continue doing what you're doing, but he gave us mercy and grace. So he gave us the talents, and we all have gifts until he comes back. So he left, gave us the talents. Come on, if you could.
Verse 16. Then he that had received the 5 talents,
right,
went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. Verse 17.
Salaki, the first one got his 5 talents. What did he do with them? He took the talents that Christ gave him, or the Most High gave him, and he multiplied it. He used what the Most High gave him. He doubled it up, if you would. Adawan. He doubled up. It's like going to the plug. The plug gave you 5 bags, and the plug gave you 5 of them things. And you ain't sit on them. Everybody seen Friday. You ain't did what Smokey did. Smokey got them things, and Smokey was smoking it with Craig. You didn't do that with it. Christ and the Most High gave him 5 talents. What did he do? He worked it. He went out there and he got to working. He jugged it. The Most High might give you a talent of wisdom, like you said, with the scriptures. The Most High might give you a talent with knowledge of the scriptures. The Most High might give you a talent of prophecy. The Most High might give you a talent of dreams. The Most High might give you a talent of dividing the word, of leadership. The Most High gives you talents. He gave this servant 5 talents, and he went and worked those talents and cultivated those talents. He took those 5 talents and took those 5 seeds. He didn't bury them in the ground. He took those 5 seeds and planted them in the ground. Right. When you plant them seeds, you give it water. You give it air. You give it sunlight. You give it room to grow. He gave them 5 talents what the Most High gave him to do with it. He went and grew them. Kind out of one kind.
Very every point, a very descriptive point that you just did on every way.
Come on, sir.
You bury them. You water them, you give them that sunlight, You water them some more.
Right.
Tend to the weed.
You didn't bury him.
Right.
A nigga that bet. Oh yeah, you about to cook. Salaki, my bad.
You already cooked on that. I just want to expound on it.
Everything that gets buried is like a body gets buried is meant to die. You were smothering it and you covering it up. You ain't watering. You put it on the ground and you walked off. You left and forgot about it. When you plant your seed, the Most High gives it increase. He waters it. The Most High gives the water and allows it to increase. And I ain't got this scripture in there, but that's something I've been thinking about. You plant something and the Most High waters it and gives it the increase. That's the food.
You can't sit up here and think that you planted yourself and be good.
You ain't good.
You can't sit up here and plant yourself in truth and be like, nah, I'm good.
You're not good.
It's a seasonal thing.
You got talents and the Most High gave it to you. And you think you done came to the truth and you good. And you, with the Most High gave to you, and you chilling. You ain't good.
Come in here, you get your saying, become a young man, become a trooper, become an officer.
You think you good.
Good, but that's not what it is.
Man, you speaking to me, I don't know.
That's what it is. Once you stop growing, then you're dead.
You dead. Anything that ain't growing is dead.
So you got to keep on growing. If you come in here, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say you pass the office, you become, you know what I'm saying, officer of the city.
You think you good.
And you think you're good, you just keep on moving along. No, you have to keep on watering. You have to keep on tending to it, make sure there's no weeds coming to
Man,
it.
the water to you, sir. That's real. Facts.
Sunlight, everything like that. Because, you know what I'm saying, just like this like what's it called? Sprout. You know what I'm saying? Because we use
The wand. That's the sprout.
The weed becomes a sprout.
Right.
The sprout can become a whole plant on it being, you know what I'm saying, taken care of.
Under the proper conditions.
Under proper conditions.
The proper conditions is you cultivating.
Right.
Keep on Salaki, sir. My bad.
So that's how we have to cultivate ourselves.
Now, facts, sir. The water, my nigga.
Come in like, hey,
heavy point.
Keep on growing. Let me keep on doing stuff. You may get offset 50 and you have the potential to become a captain. You know what I'm saying? But what is it? You haven't seen enough seasons. You know what I'm saying? 50, you were a little sprout.
It's heavy.
This big ass tree, this big ass plant.
It's heavy. It's heavy. You ain't seen enough seasons.
Keep on cultivating yourself, keep on adding to it.
You thought it was
That's the thing about this enduring until the end. That's why it's so heavy. You got to keep on enduring, keep on growing.
Damn right. Super heavy point, man. I just want to clap it up, and I hope we can get through the scripture because this scripture is so profound, and he just hit on the. You just hit on the profoundness of the. We got to get through this. That is so profound. It's the seasons. It's not just one season. You became an officer of 50, and you thought you was good. But just because when you became an officer of 50, that's the beginning stage. That's the adolescent stage of planting. You are adolescent plant. Keep working. You got to keep working your field. Man, the scriptures are all about agriculture because we are agriculturalist people. It's all about seed time and harvest time. And we can read all throughout the scriptures, all about seed and harvest time. You came into the comments, or you came into you've been watching the class. You've been watching class. You come into class, you come and watch the class every night. Man, hey, we salute that. That's the first season. That's the first season. How many seasons do it take, or how many years does it take to get an apple tree? Let's Google that real quick. How many years does it take to get a peach tree? Let's Google that. How many years does it take to get any fruit tree? Any fruit tree. And I'm knowing what's going on. To get your first fruit off of any tree is going to take, at the very least, the smallest fruit and the less fruit, 5 years. I'm knowing what's going on. Because I was about to buy some fruits for the crib. You can't even buy a mature tree and put it at the crib. Huh? Mm-hmm. Come on now.
6 to 10 years or more.
You ain't got the. You need. Say that in there one more time. That's grafted. And Negroes in the streets know it's grafted, my nigga. Salaki with my language. That was your man Chris on the comments. Yo, the why the young man Chris, I didn't get to see the comments. But Negroes in the streets know it's grafted. The Negroes that really was going grafted means cloned. For those who don't know, if you ever growed anything in them streets, if you ever grown them flowers, you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the flowers. If you ever grow anything in the streets, when the scriptures are talking about grafted, the verbiage that I can catch you up on is cloned. When you clone a plant or you clone a tree, that's grafted. You're grafting that. You can cut a branch off of a plant and you can clone it. They call it cloning that. That's the same thing as grafted when you grow a flower. And this is in the streets, man. It's the same ideology or the same concept that we have in the streets. We gotta use that same zeal that you had in them streets and apply it to these scriptures and apply it to your culture, apply it to your spirit, man. When you grafting is cloning. So they say grafted is 5 years. When you growing it from a seed, it's 6 to 10 years. You thinking you coming into class online? You think you coming to a few feast days? You coming to the Sabbath? It takes more than that. It's not just the season of you doing that. That's a beautiful thing that you're doing that. It's a beautiful thing that you're doing that. Coming to class, checking in, man. Come through and get that brotherhood. Start taking it to the next level. Then we can take this tree, we can take this plant, we can take this flower, we can take the seed that you have planted by even coming to class, which is a beautiful thing, to the next level. It's time to take it to the flowering stage. It's time to take it to the germination stage. It's time to take it to the stage of harvest, to where we can get the fruits. Man, start coming through, bro. It's a beautiful thing y'all coming through. Let's get past the flowering stage. We just flowering right now. Flowering is cool, but you ain't gonna get no buds. Flowering is a beautiful thing, but you ain't getting no buds on the flowering stage. I don't know who I'm talking to. Niggas know what's going on when we was flowering. My bad. I want to give it to you so bad, but niggas, Negroes don't know what's going on, man. Flowering is cool, but flowering ain't get you no money in them streets. You got the money when you got to the budding stage. So we just flowering right now. This is the beginning stage. Let's continue to build. Coming in is the flowering. We got to continue to build and start taking this to the next level. And I'm preaching to myself right now. I'm preaching to myself. I got to take it to the next level on every level, because I've been dropping the ball just like we all have. It's just that we all haven't been able to get into these scriptures and been able to break it down. And I hope I ain't just talking to my street niggas, but I'm talking to everybody. We got to get it to the next level. Just following the law, statutes, and commandments, not doing birthdays, not eating pork. You in the flowering stage. It's flower. You see the nice, pedestals, the petals, the rose petals. You seeing all that? It's pretty, but you want to get the buds. Not the bud. You don't want to get the buds. Forget the buds, man. It's you know what I'm talking about. You want to get you want to get the buds, but you want to get the fruit. You want to get the fruits of your labor. So that means applying yourself. Smokey. What big perm say? You ain't applying yourself, Smokey. You coming through and you showing love. You got it. And you planted something. You planted something by coming through. But we gotta get to the stage to where we applying ourselves. And it's crazy. I didn't mean to take it over from my brothers, because brothers know what I'm talking about. Let's bring about Salaki, sir. I gotta get you because you Salaki. My bad.
I'm just trying to get in the kitchen.
My bad, Salaki, sir.
You got to tell me to turn.
It ain't me. It's the Most High. I ain't nothing. Salaki, the Most High got in the Most High. Hopefully, I just hope everybody can understand what I'm saying. Everybody, man, because this is how we build a nation, and this is how we grow together. We all are plants. The Most High has budded us and planted us as seeds for us to bud up. So it's like it. Most High in Christ to you. Adawan, Salaki, sir. Hey man, come on and stir it. It motherfucker gumbo. The gumbo gotta get stirred. Now come on. Yeah. Yo, Salaki, Chris.
Are not the right conditions. And that's a very heavy point.
Heavy point, young man, Chris. Heavy point. The water for tapping in and heavy point. The water, my brother.
Understanding to your point of the subject, reap what you sow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why young man Chris had a heavy point, like in that right condition. Because we know what the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 4. And when he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
God damn.
That's
like it, man. Yeah.
Hey, look, they weren't even like like Chris said, in the right condition. If you try to sow them seeds, and all they did
heavy, super heavy. Precepticon, you just
like bird seed. That's all they did. They number bird seed.
They didn't even get fertilized.
Right. They didn't even get planted. You know what I'm saying? Because the bird that we get them is right on top.
On top. You didn't plow that fallow ground. Yes, sir. Come.
And then verse 5. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness in earth. So now it's the other thing. It's like that sowing thing.
Come on, sir. Yes, sir.
So now you up here, you a little bit too stony ground. So you may have gotten covered up a little bit, but not enough to really root yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Your shell too hard.
Not even the shell.
Oh, Salaki, my bad. Yeah.
You wasn't in the environment you need to do. Like what young man Chris is talking about.
Oh, I need to shut up. Hey, that's heavy. No, that's heavy. I didn't even get where you was going. Salaki, sir. Yes, sir. Damn right.
You still ain't in the right condition. You know what I'm saying? So, and then verse 6 goes see, and then the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. Because you ain't deep enough. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You think you think you found the truth.
You're right.
You think you an individual, like, and you doing something. You know what I'm saying? You think you got something, and you're like, no, you gonna get burnt up because you ain't deep enough in it. You don't have enough.
Now let's clap it up. Hey, Salaki, we're gonna clap it up. Now it's heavy. Super heavy. Super heavy. Hey, Salaki, sir, would you like to come over? Nah, that's super heavy. Salaki. That's super heavy, my nigga. Nah, come on. It's crazy.
So
the Most High is crazy.
Verse 6 says, and when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. Verse 7. And some fell amongst thorns, and the thorns sprung up, choked them. So then you got these other groups, and it's levels to it. That's what we trying to think.
It's levels to this shit. Hey, that nigga Meek, he a goddamn fool, but he said something when he said it's levels to this shit. That's why the scripture, and this was in the last parable, it says that the children of the wise are more wise, or the children of the world are more wise than the children of the light. God damn, that was another parable I wanted to hit on. It's not, and I trip. The children of the world are more wise than children of the light because they can say some stuff sometimes. It's levels to it. It's like it. My bad.
We have to realize when our path coming into the truth is, like I said, you got these individualites that want to sit up here and think, okay, I know enough and I'm good, and they get eaten up by the bird. You got these other ones that, oh, I'm good, and they get scorched up by the sun. Now we got other ones that, hey, they may come into you, they may sit up here and sit in class,
right,
and you know, and try to earn the name and everything like that. But then what? They get choked out by the thorns. So it's showing these different levels that
there's levels to it.
Getting to, but then you know what I'm saying, you're not.
You gotta apply yourself, Smokey. Right. You gotta apply yourself.
And verse 8. But
Yeah, the water for that. No,
fell to good and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold and some 50-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath to hear, let him hear.
What's on Christ?
That's exactly what it is. So you either want to come in here and you want to think that you got enough and gone. You want to think that just like this is what correlates to the talent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are you going to come in here and you want to, you know what I'm saying, bury your stuff?
You go ahead.
You want to put it in work.
Salaki, if I may. Shalom to Christ, sir. Salaki, sir. Okay, Kamakan, the water, sir. Salaki, sir. Kamakan, will do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kamakan. Hey, Salaki, that was a heavy point. But with that being said, man, the Adawanium is cooking right now, man. Plant your seeds on fallow ground. Plant your seeds properly and get deeply rooted into the truth, man. Because where we are isn't where you're supposed to finish. Where you are isn't. That's not your end goal. That's not your end game. Don't get comfortable where you are. Continue to apply yourself. Continue to work. And with that being said, man, the water to the men above me, the water to the Adawanium calling and keeping us in order. Everything must be done decently and in order. We're gonna pass the class over to the priest and the mighty officer, Napashra Ab. Yahweh Shem Yashua Yahweh Shema Thumba Shem Yahushua, to my brothers and to my sisters, man. The water for y'all checking in.
We are the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the memorial blowing of trumpets.
Right.
Coming on September 11th. That's Friday, September 11th.
Right.
Starting at even. We'll be here at 7 p.m.
That's right.
All Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are invited to come enjoy free food, drink, brotherhood, and sisterhood right here at 3353 Glenwood Road.
Right.
And all Akim and Aguati, you can check the bulletin board at the front and the calendar in the back for upcoming events. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, you must start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we'll give one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Amai Shabbat. Amai Barak. Yajimata means hands down. We'll give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amai Shabbat. Amai Barak. Yahappah. With that, Shalom.